Have you looked at that? The self-proclaimed communists?
Obviously, I am not a communist.
The founders and leaders of Antifa? Black Lives Matter? Occupy Wall Street?
Fuck Wall Street.
Fuck Wall Street.
Fuck Wall Street.
The new SDS, the modern versions of the Weather Underground terrorist organization.
You know how, boomers will try to connect with millennials and Gen Zers, and explain their ideology to us and recruit us to their side. Yeah, you can tell that he is not talking to millennials. He is talking to scared boomers because, with the exception of Wikipedia nuts like me, no one my age has heard of Weather Underground. They went defunct in 1977. Look, left-wing terrorism, I'm not saying it can't come back, but left-wing terrorism is a thing of the past. The last left-wing terrorist events were like in the 70s. In the 80s, it became right-wing fanaticism, and then it became right-wing terrorism bloomed in the 90s with McVeigh, Eric Rudolph, and others. And the FBI themselves say that right-wing terrorism is the most dangerous threat to American lives, more than Islamic terrorism. But he's just playing off fears of boomers.
Are all on his campaign staff.
Absolute lie.
These are not grassroots groups of Democrats.
Bernie's entire campaign is a grassroots campaign, you fucking idiot.
They are Marxist revolutionaries who believe in nothing short of the complete overthrow of the United States and destruction of the Constitution and the free market system.
Who said this? Which one of Bernie's supporters say they're Marxists who want to bring down America and destroy it? I don't. Most Bernie supporters don't. And to counter-argue, I've seen a lot of books where white supremacist right-wingers overthrow the American government, including the Turner Diaries. Your argument is shit.
And please, let us stop calling them Bernie bros, because they are not my brother. They are not something that is funny. They are Bernie Bolsheviks. They are Bernie brown shirts.
A few things. One, I'm really getting sick and tired of the most popular Jewish candidate whose family was wiped out by Hitler being compared to Nazis. I'm not sure if I think it was yesterday, but someone actually whipped out a swastika at one of Bernie's rallies, and thankfully he handled it like a champ. He said, "Oh, this person is obviously outnumbered." But another thing, first he says we're Bolsheviks, which we're not. Then he calls us brown shirts, which we're not. Even though I'm so sick of people acting like they're the one and the same. Sure, they're bad, but they're not. Bolsheviks and brown shirts, fascists, were ideologically opposed to one another. You do realize that Nazis and communists fought each other. They only allied because Stalin was foolish into thinking that Hitler would obey that little non-aggression pact, and Hitler wanted to, buy time before he invaded the Soviet Union. Communism and Nazism are completely different. They are ideologically opposed to one another, but they don't care if it sounds bad to them. Then obviously everyone that they are ideologically opposed to must be what is bad, and so they just sling mud on the wall and hope it sticks.
That's what they are, and their revolution will result in death and misery.
How so? How will any of Bernie's policies, which is designed to help people, going to bring death and misery? It won't bring death, but it will bring misery to the top 1%, because they might have to spend some time on Earth being slightly less obscenely wealthy.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious.
I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
You know what is going to cause death, destruction, and misery? Us continuing on the for-profit health insurance industry, which leaves millions of people uninsured and dying, and 45,000 Americans dying every year because they don't have access to health care. Trump starting wars or continuing them just so that he can desperately get reelected, because unfortunately us Americans, when war breaks out, we just blindly follow the herd. And also his stupid and bungled and fucked up response to coronavirus by appointing Mike Pray Away HIV Pence in charge of our response to it. I believe in the power of prayer, but I believe in the power of prayer and science. Pence is the kind of idiot who believes, oh, just pray and it'll all go away.
Another Holodomor, or another Holocaust, or whatever we call the next great socialist atrocity.
There he goes again, saying that a Jewish candidate whose family was wiped out by Hitler is going to create another Holocaust. Or Holodomor, what the fuck? I tried to find, there's nothing, I couldn't find anything. Bernie Sanders, unlike Trump, has never advocated violence or say that people need to die. Bernie Sanders just wants to help people. But because that threatens to establish the establishment, the status quo, that is a threat to them. This is just typical fear-mongering. I hope Glenn Beck is happy with himself. He is selling out. He's trying to stay relevant, looking like a right-wing paranoid version of Colonel Sanders. Well, that's it. For the 3 people who watched this video, thank you for coming. If you want to see embarrassing videos of me along with some good art, please check out my best friend's channel, Chelsea Rose. I will link her her channel in the description, along with embarrassing videos of me. She is a great artist who does a lot of art. She and I are both artists. She does more paint. I'm a sketch artist, but she's a great artist. You should check her out. I've known her since 2013. She's a great friend of mine. I trust her with my life. She's like an older sister to me. Please check her out. Anyway, stay awesome, stay progressive, support Bernie, and may the force be with you.